What's up guys, Trey here with Speed Shield, bringing you guys more about this 911. If you have seen our previous videos on this, you know that the client bought this car with a pre-cut full front clear bra on it. And it also did have the factory pieces right there that usually come on a lot of the 911s, especially the Turbo S's. And if you haven't seen it, check out those videos. We show a lot about the shortcomings of a pre-cut. As you guys have heard us say many times before, we are hand-trimmed experts. That's what we've been doing for 20 years. And we do definitely recommend hand-trimmed. Everybody that's had a pre-cut before typically never wants a pre-cut again. We do offer pre-cuts though, because they've got their price point in the market, but it's a drastic difference in quality and coverage from a hand-trimmed clear bra. So what we did was we took off the full front pre-cut on this thing, and we are currently installing a lot more coverage, and it's going to be all hand-trimmed, and our hand-trimmed comes with a lifetime warranty. As you see Tyler doing here, he is about to trim off the bottom of this full rocker, and we always build options for clients. We do obviously have the option to do this full rear quarter panel. And as you see, this full rear quarter panel comes up all the way back and it goes all the way forward to the A-pillar. So it is possible to cover that. In that massive piece of film, you might as well cover the full door also, because it is going to be a square piece of film this big that we use to create that pattern. We always just give the option, multiple different options, and that is typically discussed in our show and tell / private design session that you can schedule on our website. But as you see, we're coming up to where the factory or OEM piece stopped. We're a little bit higher actually. The factory one stopped right about here. So we're a couple inches higher than that, and we're doing this full panel. So our trim line is going to follow the style line of this vehicle. As you see, the light naturally breaks on that style line. So aesthetically, it looks really good when the edge of the film, we call it a termination line, when that termination line stops right on that style line. And we are currently just making sure that all of the edges are where we want them to be, and then we will trim those edges very precisely and wrap anything we can wrap around the edges. So this this fender arch or this wheel arch will have the film wrapped in. We won't wrap this much of it, but we will wrap maybe a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch, whatever it takes to get to the back of this panel as that metal turns and goes back into that wheel arch. As you can see, Marshall is tacking down the front side of that thing all the way up underneath. Comprehensive coverage is really the name of the game with hand trimmed and edge wrapped. That's why it looks so much better than pre-cut kits. And you just get a better bang for your buck. I mean, it's just way more coverage than a pre-cut kit. Also, anybody that does hand trimmed is typically going to have a lot more experience than a pre-cut installer. You can bet that pre-cut installers are sort of new to the game, although we do know career pre-cut installers that just kind of never graduate to the hand trimmed coverage. That's just a difference in preference. My original MO for this business, as you guys have read on our website, we started doing this stuff on aircraft. So in the aerospace industry, there's a real emphasis on high quality. In the automotive industry, it's a mixed bag, so you kind of have to look for a technician that stands for high quality. We have for 20 years. But let me show you this Scat Pack Charger that we did a full front clear bra on. And I will shut the hood here. This was a factory matte black hood, and so we put the matte clear bra on that thing to maintain that cool look to it and to provide really good protection. But as you can see, I'll put some fingerprints on it. Sorry guys, we'll wipe those down later. But as you can see, as you might not be able to see, if I can focus, there we go. All right, so the real benefit to a hand trimmed is we have the ultimate discretion on where this edge goes, how far it wraps, and on the edges, you know, you have seen probably hybrid pre-cuts that have these little tabs that you can wrap, but they typically have big notches at the corners. So at the front corner, at the back corners, they'll have these big notches that signify that is a pre-cut kit. But with hand trimmed, we have ultimate discretion on how we follow these little curves. This fender is covered as well, edges wrapped. The full doors are covered, and the fender flares are covered. So I'll give you guys a little bit more close up of this front bumper. We also covered the headlights too. Headlights are pretty standard for us in a full front package because these polycarbonate lenses tend to get really beat up if you don't protect them. They can be polished, but obviously polishing is going to remove material, and you want to avoid having to be reactive if at all possible. But as you can see on this, the dimensions of bumpers really dictate how the design of our hand trimmed packages go. If you can imagine, there are some panels that just cannot be achieved full coverage, you know, full coverage or comprehensive coverage in one piece of film. So we have the artistic discretion of where to seam different pieces. So if you can imagine looking straight down at this panel right here. So if we had put one piece of film across this whole thing and trimmed this out, this piece right here, when you lay that down in there, it would have been short. So what we did is we chose to make this a separate piece from this, and we make our seams really, really tight, really nice and accurate. Get it to focus. And anytime we have the decision between one piece of film or comprehensive coverage, we always aim for comprehensive coverage because typically that's what you're paying for. You're paying for this film to protect at least the majority of the panels. Down here you can see that we achieved this in one piece. You know, you don't have to put a seam in a lot of these big valleys if you have good techniques. So we achieved all this in one piece as well. We did right here, when we tuck this in, there comes a point where that material won't tuck anymore, and we don't want to overstretch or force film in somewhere that we know the adhesive can't stand up, and we're letting this cure, so this still looks like we got some little bubbles to extract. But right here where we had to release the film, that was a big pressure area, and even steam, even heat won't make that film stick. And that's why we choose to sometimes put design changes in when we know the film is not going to respond well. So we plugged this area right here, but always we keep those seams really, really nice and tight so there won't be any debris infiltration in there. And now this vehicle has comprehensive coverage. So once again, that is a full front with the combination of glossy and matte clear bra. This is full doors, including door handles, and it is rear flares as well. And I'll show you guys these door edges here. So we also wrap these door edges, because oftentimes when you open your door, it may strike something like something in your garage if you have a tight garage. So it's a good idea to wrap these edges all the way through, and many times we wrap the bottom edges too. We also did rockers on this, right?
Yes.
So rockers all the way back too. So that this bottom piece right here is a rocker panel. So that's some more hand trimmed coverage for you. And just to show you guys a few more of the things that are going on, where this client is coming in for a fender. He damaged the clear bra on that fender. It was able to be removed, and we're gonna replace that fender clear bra. A good testament to what clear bra can do for your car. Okay, so let me get a wide shot of this. So this little Acura RDX came in for a full body paint correction and a full front clear bra and a full roof blackout. So from here up, it was white. The antenna was white, the spoiler was white. This panel, this A-pillar here was all white. So we used a combination of clear bra, black clear bra, and black gloss vinyl to black out that roof as well. And you can see we also brought this down onto the fender to make it look like it belongs. So, you know, typically we're trying to implement an artistic flair to things that make them look good and make them not stick out like a sore thumb. Because if we would have stopped here, we see a lot of roof blackouts stop here at the A-pillar, and that would have looked very weird. We want to try to bring the window line forward and use that as a, you know, an artistic cue to where it looks like it fits well. We also covered these plastics here with gloss black clear bra. So this grill bezel and these fog light bezels are also gloss black clear bra. But the full rest of the full front end is just normal glossy clear bra. Once again, wrapped edges, headlights are done, comprehensive coverage, really nice and tight edges. We want to get really, really close. If we can't wrap all the way around any edge, then we aim to get the film extremely close and nice and tight and artistic looking. So comprehensive coverage, obviously, name of the game. I will show you guys, here's a good thing to think about. Whenever you're looking to do a gloss black roof or something like that, we do have two options that are really quite different. There's quite a disparity between the two. A lot of times people want just a gloss black vinyl. Well, we always want to have the discussion with people about the aesthetic finish of a gloss black vinyl. And hopefully you can see the difference here. This piece is wrapped with gloss black vinyl, and you can see kind of the orange peel of the paint showing through, and the level of gloss on this surface of a vinyl is not the same as this clear bra. This is a black clear bra from Avery Dennison. And we are doing more and more gloss black clear bra in place of the gloss black vinyl. It is a different price point just because it's so much higher quality and is definitely a more expensive material, but you can see the difference. You know, for guys like us that are detail oriented, the difference is really night and day. This looks like paint, and that obviously looks like wrap. And there's a time and place for wrap, and there's a time and place for black clear bra. And a lot of times it's dictated by a customer's budget. But full roof is done, the antenna is done, that little spoiler is done, and all that jazz. We also did Modesta BC04 on this, which is the long-term quartz coating. Super awesome stuff. But that car is ready to roll. It's delivering today. And I'm not sure if you guys have seen this. I don't know if we've posted pictures of this before. We wrapped this Supra a few months ago. This is the Roaring Thunder. It's a color flip vinyl or color shift. Really cool color. So it's like a cobalt blue and purple and bronze and burgundy. It's so nuts. Such a dynamic color. We love wrapping with this stuff. You guys have probably seen our Instagram page, and we have quite a few cars that we've wrapped with this. We did just now powder coat these wheels also. So we did a gloss black powder, and we powder coated all of the hardware a purple to match. We are about to paint these calipers, so we'll have more to show you on this soon. We did, right before we wrapped, we installed this wing as well. In my opinion, it's really fitting of the car. It looks really good on that thing. There's a few wings out for these Supras that look pretty rad. And we are about to install a carbon fiber hood and a carbon fiber front splitter on this thing, and we're gonna wrap those with clear bra as well. But we'll bring you more on this Supra in later videos. But we'll show you some more about this 911 soon. We'll show you like a finished product of it probably shortly. And that way you can see, if you go back to the original videos, you can see the difference between the pre-cut clear bra and the finished product of the hand trimmed. But as you can see, the guys are currently wrapping the edges on those, and Marshall is tucking in to that door sill, which is very important coverage as well. That's what we call comprehensive coverage, because a lot of times your foot drags on this panel right here as you're getting in and out, and it's a really good idea to protect against that as well. Clear bra is not just for rock chips, it's for everything that might damage your vehicle. But as always, you guys have fun out there, stay protected, Speed Shield.